Hey, this is Beverly. I will not be denied Bozeman. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. Today, my husband and I, we went walking, and I was telling him about this revelation that I got. And it was the other day, I think it was yesterday, when I was listening to this lady talking about declarations. That's up my alley. So I was listening to her, and she said that you should not make declarations about your life in a negative sense. And I agree with that. She was kind of trying to teach how to make declarations, because when people talk about making changes in their lives, they will oftentimes talk about what they don't want, because it's at the forefront of their mind. I don't want to be broke no more. I don't want my marriage to dissolve, and that's their declaration. And in their mind, they're thinking that because they're saying what they don't want, then they'll get what they want. But that's not how it works. And the lady said that you should never say, I will not. And I understood what she said, but I don't agree when it comes to me, because I will not be denied. That declaration works for me. And since it works for me, I often tell women that I interact with that they should make declarations as I will not be denied. And then I asked God, I was like, well, how can those two declarations, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I am in a healthy marriage, and I will not be denied, how can the two of those work together? Because one is sounding like, negativity. And he gave me this example. If you don't know what layaway is, this is what layaway is. Well, back up. Layaway versus purchasing immediately. Okay. So layaway is when you go to a store and you see something that you want, and you get the store to hold it, and you make payments on it weekly, bi-weekly, however they set it up. And then once the item is paid for, you take it home. And that's how he explained it to me. When you say, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am in a happy marriage, you're talking about things that you want right now, but will take place at some other time. And you're saying it every day and meaning it and putting in the work for it is like the layaway payments. And at an appointed time, you will get the thing that you are declaring. When it comes to I will not be denied, that's like an immediate manifestation of what it is that you're saying. So that's like going into the store and making the purchase of a TV and walking out with it. And when I tell women to say I will not be denied, I don't mean somewhere down the road and all that stuff. What I'm talking about is, for example, if you need to get into the bank before it closes and you're coming through the parking lot and you do not see any parking spaces at all, and you have about 15 minutes to get in and get out, and you just driving around, and you've been around the building 3 or 4 times, and then you say, I will not be denied getting into this building. Before it closes, I will not be denied getting a good parking spot up here to the front. And as soon as you come through, somebody in the front backs out and you pull right on in. That's what I mean by I will not be denied, and having whatever it is that you're not being denied, have it to happen in the present moment. That works for me. Now, I can't say what it will do for other women, but if I've seen it work for years, then there's no reason why it can't work for somebody else. I still say my declarations. I am healthy, I am happy, I am joyful, I am in a happy marriage, and all this other stuff, because to me, those things take time And they oftentimes take work. Like, I am healthy. I have to get out and exercise. I have to eat certain foods that are good for my body and stay away from other foods that are not. So I'm not going to be in the shape I want to be in overnight just from saying declarations. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there, and hopefully it'll make sense to somebody that the I am declarations is for an appointed time in the hopefully the near future. And the I will not be denied is kind of like right now instantaneous. And I don't know, it always works for me, but I'm asking for situations to work out in my favor, not necessarily to get things. You know what I'm saying? It's for when I'm faced with a situation, not necessarily anything bad, but it's like when I need to benefit. And it's not taking anything away from anybody else, but like, this is important. This has got to happen now. It's got to take place. And I just say, I will not be denied. And I mean it. You have to mean it. That's the thing. When you say your I am declarations, and when you make your I will not be denied statement, you have to mean that thing. Because how would you feel if you find out at some point in life that all you had to do was to declare those things that you wanted, that you needed, that you had to have, or that had to take place in your life, even for the benefit of somebody else. And all you had to do was declare it. All you had to do was say, I will not be denied. And you didn't do it. And you'll be like, so you mean to tell me that my marriage could have been happy the first 14 years, but it wasn't because I didn't declare that I have a happy marriage? Is that what you're telling me? Can you imagine how you would feel? And I've seen the declarations work in my life. I've seen it work in other people's lives. So why not? And one thing that I know to be true is that at a certain point in my life, I had to have a better life. I had to, like, I was at rock bottom, super duper rock bottom, like the bottom, like if you have a cinder block on the ground for 3 months, you lift it up, the grass is withered, all these bugs, that's the bottom of the bottom. I was there. And I knew I had to have a better life. So I began to declare it. I declared it every day in multiple ways. And it reminds me of the women who will be at my I Will Not Be Denied Women's Conference. They're going to talk about how they had to have better lives, how they just had to put things together and rip things apart. And they had to declare, I will not be denied a better life. And they put forth the work and they trusted God and they got their better life. And they're moving forward in their life to have a better life in the future. And the I Will Not Be Denied Women's Conference will be held at True Praise and Worship Outreach Center in Farmville, North Carolina. And I will attach the flyer. And it will be on June the 24th at 2 p.m. And I would love to see you there because these women, they have some really, really awesome testimonies and you will gain a lot of knowledge. But that's, pretty much all I wanted to say about that. When I asked God about the 2 types of declarations and he put in my spirit the example of the layaway versus going in the store and bringing the merchandise out, I was like, wow. And that's what it's like. So make sure you are saying your declarations and start them out with, I am fill in the blank. I am fill in the blank. Even if it's just one thing, make sure you're saying it every day. And if it's about your health, 9 times out of 10, it's something that we can do to improve our health. If it's our finances, read up on financial literacy. gain some financial literacy and read about budgeting and anything that you can about finances. You know, we can't just say the declarations and expect it to show up right away. We sometimes have to put in more work than we thought we would, but it happens. So anyways, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Remember to release your genius. Pull out the impossible every day. Remember, you will have whatever it is that you say. So be positive when you speak, Queen, and say your declarations.